In this video, I want to talk about personalization. Now, in VBout, we provide personalization across the board. That is, you can personalize an email with your contact's name, an SMS message, a browser push notification, and even landing pages. So imagine the users coming to your site, filling out forms, and going through your entire funnel, and they're seeing this one-to-one communication across the board. This is really what we advocate for, and we built the tools so you can take control of how you personalize your content. I'm going to show you how simple it is to personalize your email, not only the content, but also personalizing subject lines and personalizing headers. I'm also going to show you how you can break down the name or the shortcode to have fallbacks, capitalize properly, and just really make it presentable. Okay. Now, the way that you can do the personalization, right now I'm inside the email builder, but let's say I'm going to add a name of someone on top. Let's go ahead and click on Design Elements. I'm going to drop a simple heading right here. I'm going to center it, and let's just say I'm going to have the name display in there. Okay. Now, I can change this content. I'm going to highlight it, and from the shortcode, which is right there on top, I'm going to see all my email lists, and note that list and then colon. This is really a reference to all the data that I've created. And it comes back to when I spoke about creating the proper data architecture. The more data, the better you can personalize. For example, if I've collected first names, employee count, company name, I literally have all that data at my disposal, and I can choose whatever I want to be included inside the email. Okay? So approaching your data from the base, collecting as much as you can, and saving them in the database will allow you to do this. So let's say I want to include someone's name. I will go ahead and do that. And I'm just going to assume that my database is not clean and people have lowercase first names. So we have something called proper. This is where we're going to take any name in any format and we're going to capitalize it. So if I have my name like this option right here is going to turn it into the proper format, which is capitalizing the R. Okay. Another thing worth noting, maybe I have an empty fields for some records. I couldn't collect the names for these people. So what I can do is have a fallback by adding this particular option. Star, and I can do friend there, partner, whatever you guys want to choose. Okay. So if this was empty, this will be a default. Okay. Or let's assume I have one full name as a field, not a first name. Sending an email saying hello Richard Fala or hello full name doesn't make a lot of sense. So I'm just going to split it by 2 by doing divide by 2. Now it's really important to maintain the structure of the hashtag, that little opening bracket and closing hashtag, closing bracket, that pipe character, the star. I don't expect you to memorize this. This is why we made it available from the help section on the top right here. If I click it and I type in cheat sheet, we created something for that. We have the entire library right there. Please, again, make the format follow exactly how we have it. At least the opening brackets, the closing brackets, and the stars for the defaults. But of course, whatever you have in terms of like the ID of that merge tag needs to be intact. Okay. Oops. So right now I can go back and maybe add from the target list. I'm targeting my master list, maybe the company, and say, hello. I wanted to check how company name is doing. And I can capitalize by doing the same thing, proper. All right, I'm keeping things very simple, very lean. I'm personalizing everything here. Maybe the formatting needs some work, but the idea here is to show you how you can take control of your content. Okay. Another item for personalization is the footer, which is right here. You're going to see our footers include an unsubscribe underscore URL, and I can also have an option for preferences. For instance, I can say, if you prefer not to receive emails, you may unsubscribe or update your preferences. And the way I can get access to my preferences is by clicking on the shortcode option. And right from here, there's something called email campaign specific. I really love this, where I can say preferences URL. And now you're going to see it right in here. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. You have it right there. Don't touch this or change this. VBot will take care of making this into its own unique ID for the person who receives it. So if they click on it, they will see what data you have on them. They will see what list they could opt in and opt out from, or they could simply unsubscribe from all the email lists. Okay. We also have inside our library, so let me reset this, an option to include a coupon code. Now, I do have another video on that, but coupon codes, whatever I insert them, let's say I insert them here, and I end up sending 5,000 emails, the system is going to generate 5,000 unique coupons that could be clicked on and redeemed. So if you're a brick and mortar store and people are walking in saying, hey, I have this offer from you, you can literally click on that little button and from an interface redeem it directly on your end. Okay, I have a cool automation that speaks a little bit in details how this works. I highly recommend you check it out, but coupon codes are a built-in feature within VBout. Okay. And you have a lot more here under email campaign specific. For instance, the unsubscribe URL, which is already on the bottom. We have a date stamp that stamps it the moment this gets sent and the format that you like it. I would like to do another thing here to show you how you can personalize the subject line. Let's go back to setup. And by the way, you can see me, I can control the flow from the bottom navigation or from the top. Okay. We let you personalize subject lines and pre-headers. We see this as a very powerful tool to grab attention because people subconsciously, they follow their name when there's a huge letter, right? To see if this is relevant to them. So if you do these techniques, it always helps. So I'm going to expand this. I'm going to refer back to first name. Again, you can apply the same exact thing, proper, and have a /2. I know it's a first name, but please bear with me. And then have a fallback. This offer is yours. And bam, add an emoji. All right. Same thing can be done in the pre-header. And imagine, when people get their email, you can include, maybe swap in, put an emoji in the pre-header and the name in the subject line. It looks a lot better when you do that versus having like everything look exactly the same in my ever scrolling inbox. So this is how you can personalize your email content, subject line, and pre-headers inside VBout.